inside and start your garden? Well, Frankie's here, and he's got the ingredients to start your garden growing. So you can start by actually looking around your house.
You can, and a lot of these are kind of organic. So the way to look at some items that we have to reuse, recycle, and be a little bit more green when it comes to the garden. So first off, you start off your morning, and you start off your morning with some
coffee.
You got it. So coffee, of course, that coffee grounds. What do you do with the grounds at the end?
Well, we put them in the compost.
100%. That's fantastic. But also you can use that as a top dress on soil, because that's number one. If you have acidic loving plants, it's acidic, very good. Number two, adds a little bit of nitrogen down into the soil. So either in your compost or you can use it in your gardens themselves as a soil amendment. So almost like a natural fertilizer. This here is supposed to, there's supposed to be a goldfish in here, but I didn't want to harm any fish in the making of this segment.
I like you for that. That's good.
So you ever had a goldfish at home?
I have had a goldfish.
So we know that when we feed the fish, that fish goes to the bathroom. When it goes to the bathroom, what happens a lot of the times, we have to clean that water out. If it's a goldfish bowl or an aquarium. Instead of throwing that water out, use it to water your plants. That aquarium water is full of nutrient. It's basically fish food. So that fish poop, these guys like it. And they're going to grow bigger and better. So don't throw out the fish poop. Take that aquarium water.
Reuse that.
Reuse it.
You can almost reuse anything. Like, there's always going to be something you can find that wants what you're throwing out.
You got it.
Right?
There's always a need out there. So, vinegar. Love it on my French fries. I really
love it on my floors.
Love it on your floor. Yeah, you can use it to, on your countertops. You can clean. You can do so much with it. Full strength vinegar on weeds, broadleaf weeds, when they're just newly germinated, will kill the weed.
So how do you do it? Like, what do you do to apply it? Put it in a spray bottle?
A spray bottle
just go for
and direct apply. It's always going to be in a sunny area. So if it's shaded, you want to make sure you're doing it more so in the afternoon, so the weed's a little bit dry. If it's got a little bit of moisture on it, it doesn't work as effectively.
Got it.
But vinegar can be used, and also vinegar can be used to wipe some of your tools for sterilizing your tools.
Okay, good.
Eggshells, of course. Eggshells themselves, we can crush those up, put them in the soil. That'll improve calcium in the soil. By doing that, that really helps tomatoes. So that'll prevent blossom end rot. The other thing we can do with an eggshell is we could actually put a little bit of soil in here, put a seed in, and just germinate a little plant right inside that eggshell. Oh yeah.
That's so cute.
Oh yeah, kids absolutely love that. We can then take that eggshell after that seed's germinated, crush that eggshell up, put that around the base of your plants, finely crushed, and any crawling insect that comes around will help protect your plants against crawling insects.
Okay, because they don't like those.
They don't. So eggshells, fantastic.
Okay, nice.
Baking soda.
What do you do with that?
You put it in your composter so it doesn't smell that bad. We can actually use it. No, your green bin, your garbage.
It does work.
But if it ever does get really stinky, you can actually put some. That does work. Baking soda is antifungal. So what we can use is with a little bit of baking soda, say 4 teaspoons of baking soda and about a gallon of water, so 2 teaspoons per liter. Spray it on a plant that has black spot, powdery mildew. It'll take care of those diseases for you.
Really?
Yeah, and it's totally natural, made out of natural substance, so you're good on that.
Nice.
Same with dish soap. A lot of the time, dish soap, if you look at insecticidal soap, that's really just dish soap. So if you look at what pioneers used to do, they used to take their bath water after they had their bath, they'd actually throw it on their vegetable garden. That would water the garden, at the same time put a coating on taking care of insects.
Oh, okay. So that's the soap. So you put that around your garden. That's going to get rid of insects.
That's going to help you control insects when they're there.
Okay. Good.
Club soda. There was a study done in Boulder, Colorado, at the University of Boulder, Colorado. They watered plants for 10 days using club soda, and it outgrew all the other plants.
Really?
Yeah. Can you believe that? So there's a lot of macronutrients in club soda. So if you have a little leftover club soda and you have nothing to do with it, water your plants.
Nice.
Beer as well. There has been some studies that have showed that beer works as a fertilizer. So there's carbohydrates in there. There's phosphorus. There's all these other things that are in there in carbonation. That's an expensive fertilizer, by the way. Yeah.
All the beer lovers are like, why would I waste my beer on my plants? But if you've got some leftover, instead of just dumping it, put it in your garden.
Or it's an excuse for you to drink beer out in the garden.
There you go.
If your wife's like, what are you doing with the beer? I'm
watering.
I'm fertilizing right now. There's a study in the university that says that. Citrus peels, if you just kind of grind those down, put them in an area, they can actually scare away cats. Cats hate the smell of citrus, so that's a really good thing that you can be doing with that. And then as well, this here is just what your composter would look like, right? You got all those kitchen.
It's like, grape peel, and you got some bread in there, and all that stuff.
Just gross, right?
It's just gross.
Yeah, but what we can do is, if we get a little bit of that compost at the bottom of your compost, and you put it in a cheesecloth, and you suspend that into water, that's a compost tea, which is a fantastic fertilizer.
So what do? You put it in the cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth. You're going to put the compost in the cheesecloth. So we're going to let that break down a little bit. Put it in the cheesecloth. You're going to put it in water.
Okay.
And just have it almost like a tea bag.
Yes.
And that tea bag's going to steep that compost into the water.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden that becomes a compost tea which you can water your plants with. And that's free fertilizer.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Good. That is really good. You're using everything, all the scraps, and they're going into something else. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you could use wood ash as well.
Yeah.
There's so many other things that we can use from our homes in the garden.
Yes.
Even with, we talked about the eggs. Well, even that egg carton, that cardboard egg carton, that is the perfect thing to germinate seeds in. Because you can then cut it out, and you can just pop that off, perfect, and the kids will love it. Ready to go. So
really
you know what? Look to your environment, and you'll find some great stuff.
Anything you wanted to say about these?
This is what you got to buy. This is actually a pelletized fertilizer, an organic pelletized fertilizer, but that's really essentially compost. That there, over time, when you dry it out and pelletize it, becomes this here.
Okay, nice.
So it's something
really
that you can do.
I mean, I'm happy that being green is a trend, but it's the sort of thing we should all be doing every day anyways. So thank you so much for those tips, Frankie.